Shalom to all my good friends and brothers and sisters in Africa. It is my absolute pleasure and privilege to bring greetings to the Christian Education Curriculum Development for Africa Conference of 2015. And without any further ado, I wish my good friend and Pastor Reuben and his wife, Dr. Harriet, Shabbat Shalom, because I understand that you're observing Friday night there at the conference. I also wish my good friend Ben of the Jewish Board of Deputies of South Africa from the South African Zionist Federation, also Shabbat Shalom, and Shabbat Shalom to all of you at the conference, to all of you who have come to the conference from Cape Town, to all of you who have come from Mpumalanga, and who have come from Johannesburg, and who have come from Limpopo, and from Kenya, and from Ghana, and from Nigeria, and from Uganda, and from Botswana, and from Zimbabwe, and from India, and from Mozambique, and all of our other friends from the South African Zionist Federation, and I'm sure there may be some countries which have been added since I made this recording. So I wish all of you also the very, very, very best. I think that Pastor Reuben, you are basically doing the work of God here by getting together so many Christian representatives from so many parts of Africa and Asia to come to this conference. And this is of great importance because in this way, you have the possibility of spreading the word of Israel amongst Africa, and basically you have the opportunity of strengthening the very, very important Judeo-Christian ethic, which is cherished by so many of us here in Israel and in your congregations in Africa. Firstly, I'd just like to say, Pastor Reuben and Dr. Harriet, we really enjoyed having you with us at the Herzliya conference. And I know that you took a very, very important field trip to Kibbutz Ma'agan Michael. And you, Pastor Reuben, you had the chance of seeing the research of agrotechnics in Israel, how we use drip irrigation in this country, and many agrotechnical aspects of how to grow crops, which you intend to bring back to all of Africa and South Africa also specifically, in order to see if you can take some of the Israeli discoveries and implement them in South Africa. I'm also very, very glad that Dr. Harriet had the opportunity of visiting a hospital here in Israel, and also visiting a senior citizen home here in Israel, and also visiting a medical clinic and seeing how we perform in medicine in Israel. I think it's of great importance that during a conference like yours, you discuss perhaps some of the achievements of the State of Israel in agrotechnical aspects, and some of the achievements that we've made in this country in the world of technology, and anything that we can bring back to the African continent and help our African brethren with all of this. I would like to say that we've just observed the commemorated Tisha B'Av, where we commemorate the unfortunate destruction of the two holy temples, where we also commemorate what happened to the Jews in Spain during the Inquisition, and when we commemorate what happened to the Jews during the Warsaw Ghetto and the Holocaust. And today, here in Israel, we are surrounded by many enemies. And these enemies, unfortunately, are also the enemies of the Christian population who live in these various regions around us. And we have to the north of us the Hezbollah, who are under the wing of the Iranians and under the wing of supporters also from Iraq. And we know what has happened to the Christian communities in Iran and in Iraq. And we know that there's tremendous sensitivity to the Christians now living in Lebanon as well. and many of them feel threatened, as do Christians throughout the Middle East. Reuben, friends, I'm very, very happy and proud of the fact that the Christian community in Israel is the only Christian community in the Middle East, which is actually growing in numbers and thriving and growing from strength to strength. And in fact, as the Christian community grows from strength to strength, I'm happy to inform you that the birth rate of Jews in Israel is also on the increase. So I guess the higher birth rates of both Christianity and Judaism in Israel are also good for our Judeo-Christian ethic. This leaves me, all of you in South Africa, to basically bless you for all being together, to thank you for making the case for Israel, the Holy Land. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his light to shine upon you and grant you peace, happiness, prosperity, wisdom, and love. And we hope to see many of you here on campus coming on missions to Israel. And I will enjoy meeting many of you in the not too distant future in South Africa. All of the best and shalom from the State of Israel.